Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 10 math. You can all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 10 math and then click on view all lessons. There you can find the list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter probability, and the lessons we're going to cover today are counting principles, permutations, permutation and computation notation, and geometric probability. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. So let's just start with the lesson probability, the chapter probability. The lessons we're going to start with is counting principles. Okay, the first one is Nick is ordering breakfast in a restaurant. There are 9 types of eggs and 5 types of toast to choose from. How many different breakfast can Nick order? So you have to do 9 times 5, right? Because you have 9 choices for egg and 5 choices for toast. So you have to 9 times 5. So 9 times 5 is 45. That order 45 different breakfast. Let's just start with the test question. Nancy is knitting a sweater for the yarn. She has to choose from 2 colors and 5 weights. How many different sweaters can Nancy knit? So which is the correct option? The correct option is option number. You have to do 5 times. Correct option is 10. Option number 2 is the correct option. A doctor wants to subscribe to some magazines so that her patients have something to read in the waiting area. Which she wants to subscribe to one of the 2 newspapers and one of the 2 news magazines and one of 5 fashion magazines. So wants to subscribe to one of the 7 business magazines. How many different combinations of magazines can the doctor order? The correct option is you have to do 2 times 5 times 7. 2 times 5 is 10 and 10 times 7 is 70. That means the total combinations the doctor have is 70. Option number 2 is the correct option. Nick is ordering breakfast in a restaurant. There are 9 types of eggs and 5 types of toast to choose from. How many different breakfast can Nick order? So which is the correct option? The total combinations is 9 times 5 equals 45. So option number 1 is the correct option. Is planning a day out for her grandmother's birthday. They're, they are going to have lunch at one of her grandmother's two favorite restaurants. Then they will go shopping at one of her grandmother's four favorite stores. Next, they will go see a movie, and there are four movies out that she thinks the grandmothers might like. Assuming the order of the activities doesn't matter, how many different ways can Veera plan her grandmother's birthday outing? So, which is the correct option? Option number two is the correct option. That is 32 ways. Nina is planning a workout. She needs to choose one of the four cardio routines and one of the five resistances training routines. How many different workouts can Nina plan? Which is the correct option? Option number one is the correct option. That is 20. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let's just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is permutations. Let's just start with the next lesson. Khalid is excited about the school picnic. He wants to sign up for three-legged race, the splash leg game, the sack race, the him and not challenge, and the egg and spoon race, and the wheelbarrow race. If he has to rank these activities in order of preference, in how many different orders could he rank them? So they are one, two, three, four, five, six activities, right? The three-legged race, the splash tag game, the sack race, the human knot challenge, the egg and spoon race, and the wheelbarrow race. So they have the total activities are six. You have to do six factorial different orders. You have to six factorial means you need to start with six and count until you have to start with six and multiply then all the numbers until so that is six times, five times, four times, three times, two times one, that is 720. That means Khalid could rank the activities in 720 different orders. So when you have to calculate the orders, you have to calculate the factorial, right? Let's just start with the test questions. May, Spencer, Sharon, Patrick, Mark, and Rachel found seats in a row at the movie theater. And how many different orders can they sit? So they are one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You need to calculate 6 factorial, right? 6 factorial is you have to do 6 times, 5 times, 4 times, 3 times, 2 times 1. So which is the correct option? That is 720. Option number 2 is the correct option. An amusement park is unveiling 5 brand new rides. In how many different orders can the new rides be unveiled? So, which is the correct option you have to do? There are rides. You have to do 5 factorial, right? That is 5 times, 4 times, 3 times, 2 times 1. So, which is the correct option? The correct option is 120. Option number 2 is the correct option, right? The correct option is number 2. Lisa only has 3 pieces of Halloween candy left, and how many different orders can she eat the remaining candies? So, which is the correct option? The correct option is option number 1 is the correct option. You have total 6 orders. During a workout, the Swiss team at Greenpoint High School will be practicing swim strokes one after another. According to coach instruction, the team will complete a set of number of laps using a combination of butterfly, the breaststroke, freestyle, and the backstroke. In how many different orders could they practice the different strokes? So, which is the correct option? You have four options, right? So, you have to calculate 4 factorial. 4 factorial is 24. The correct option is option number is the correct option. Khalid is excited about the school picnic. He wants to go to sign up for the three-legged race, the splash tag game, the sack race, the him and not challenge, the egg and spoon race, and the wheelbarrow race. If he has to rank three activities in order of preference, in how many different orders could he rank them? The correct option, which is the correct option. That is 720. You have total six activities, so the correct option is 720. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is permutations and combination notation. So let's just start with the next lesson. Evaluate 3p2. So whenever you have the p represents the number of questions, right? 3p2 means you have three objects and take two of them in particular order. So you have total three objects and you are going to select two of them, right? So you need to evaluate 3p2, and the formula you use to evaluate permutations is n factorial divided by n minus r factorial. N is 3 and r is 2. So just evaluate, that would be 3 factorial divided by 3 minus 2 factorial, right? That is 3p2 is 6. So the correct option is 6. Okay, let's just start with the test questions. So you have 4c2, that is combinations, right? For the permutations, order does not matter, but for the combinations, order do matter. So how do we evaluate NCR? You have to do n factorial divided by r factorial and n minus r factorial. That's how we evaluate the combinations, right? So you have to do 4 factorial divided by 2 factorial, 4 minus 2 factorial. That is 4 times 3 times 2 divided by 2 and 2. 2 and 2 cancel out. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. So that means the correct option is 6. 4C2 equals section number 1 is the correction. So the correct option is 6. Option number 1 is the correct option, right? The next one is 3p2. P stands with P is permutation. So the formula we use to calculate the permutations is n factorial divided by n minus r factorial. So you have to evaluate 3p2. So which is the correct option? Option number 1 is the correct option, right? 6 it is. Okay, the next one is 7p2. So you have to evaluate the permutations. So you need to do n factorial divided by n minus r factorial. N is 7. You have 7 minus 2 is 5 factorial. So you have to do 7 times 6 times 5 factorial and divided by 5 factorial. They can cancel out and you are left with 7 times 6 equals 42. Option number 1 is the correct option, right? 42 it is. The correct option is option number 1. The correct option is yes, 5C2 you have to evaluate. So you have to do that is you need to evaluate the combinations, right? You can do NCR equals n factorial divided by r factorial n minus r factorial. So n is 5, 5 factorial divided by 2 factorial and 5 minus 2 is 3 factorial. So you can do 5 times 4 times 3 factorial divided by 2 factorial times 3 factorial. 3 factorial cancel out. 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 2 is 10. So the correct option is 10. 5 times 2 is the correct option. Number 1 is the correct option. Got it. The next one is 8p2 option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So, we were working on grade 10 math. Chapter we were working on is probability, and the less we have covered today counting principles, permutations and combination notation. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important example definitions as well. So you can complete the lesson by yourself later today, or either if you need more help with the lesson, you have to complete all the test questions for the lessons we just did. That is your homework until next session, right? So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can simply click on the live chat pad and tutors are available there to help you. Or either you can join me in the chat box. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. So you can simply write the question in the chat box if you need help with any of the lesson. Any questions you can please ask if you have any. Okay, that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye everyone.